All right, folks, welcome back to the channel again, Wiregrass Hobby Farming. Hey, this is going to be part 2 of the video following what I just did. I'm going to ask you for some fencing recommendations, and maybe you can help me out. First, I want to cover this Hay King pasture renovator that I just changed the knives on. Just made a couple passes with all the new knives here. Look pretty good. Nothing's broke. That's good. All right, you can see what it does to the soil when you run it through the pasture. Cuts these little grooves through it. Now, it did disturb the soil a little more than I wanted to see, but I think I need to align these cutting knives with the coulters a little bit better. They're off a little bit, maybe a ½ inch to an inch left or right, just a little bit, but it's not bad. When we get some of these southern downpours here on this soil, it's going to wash a lot of nutrients and the soil back into these ruts and smooth it out pretty good. It's not too rough to walk over right here as it is. I'm pleased with it all in all. I mean, I think it's going to work great for me some more, so good enough. These sticks out of the way here. All right, fencing recommendations. Listen, down here in the south, we've got these terraces all over the place, you know, because we get really heavy rains, a lot of rain in a short amount of time, and because of that, we have these terraces that were put out. God knows when they put these things in, but they've been here for forever. You can see we got peaks and valleys and peaks and valleys. You know, you go 50 feet, you got another peak. I don't know how well you could really tell with the video, but I'm looking at 5 terraces just up this slope here. Now, normally if you want to build a fence, it's best to just go right along the peak of the terrace, right? And you ain't got to change elevations. But sometimes you just can't do that. Sometimes you got to go straight across the terrace, and this is the property line. It's pretty easy to see where the property line is, and I need to put a fence straight up this property line. Eventually I want to have a few of these acres out here to run some cattle on, so the fence not only has to be functional to keep cattle in, it's got to last a long time, and it's got to look decent, because I don't want my poor old neighbor here to have to stare at a nasty fence out his front window every time. So peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, and I need to put a fence on it. I prefer to have a field fence with 12-inch spacing verticals, you know, knotted wire, whatever they call it, field fence. That's what I want. Wood posts, maybe some metal T-posts every once in a while, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go with whatever works the best. And I'm not sure what works the best. I guess when you get down to the bottom of the valley, you got to have a really sturdy post that won't lift up out of the ground, but you still got to be able to stretch the wire through all these valleys. Anyway, don't really have a solid idea for what's going to happen here. Got any pointers, please feel free to chime in. Any assistance is appreciated, and we'll see what happens. I'd like to get this job knocked out this summer, so if you can help, let me know. Thank you.